Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Here it
Charging into a situation, guns blazing.
Let's take the cool way.
I heard that Elder Madsen saved Gar and his face from going one-on-one with the Death Claw.
Yes.
Well, that's nothing too special about Death Claws and pussies. Glowing radical, legendary glowing radical, Death Gold radical, yeah. They're the fuckers. The legendary charcoals, they're from Death Claws.
Dumb and ugly kind of child.
By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team, according to our scribes. The reading indicated the moment this information
I have a way to infiltrate the Institute, using a device called a signal interceptor.
So it appears we share a common goal. I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones that kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Pinging remote units at 30-second intervals as requested.
Getting a bit of
Right.
Joining our cause was the
Hey,
wisest
Dance.
decision of your
Ready
life,
to
sister.
continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
Paladin Brandis?
Well now,
Go on, give me a gun.
See you again.
Welcome back, Paladin. Welcome home.
Glad to hear someone say that. Now, listen, I didn't have a chance to thank you properly before. I want you to have my old gun. It kept me alive all those years. Maybe it can do the same for you.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Bloodied. Oh, hang on. Isn't there a dialogue option here for me for Dance? Oh, God. We've done that. Okay.
Thank you, Paladin.
It's not exactly a regulation issue, but I hope it serves you as well as it served me. I'm not sure I still have a place here. I've been away for too long. Maybe I'm not cut out for the Brotherhood anymore. But I'll give it time.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from the barrels.
Going strong's something to think about.
Oh, that wouldn't let me run across that. That was weird. Yeah, what do we do in a minute though? Let's Brotherhood myself up properly.
If you have a moment, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thank you. This isn't a formal meeting. I simply want to clear the air. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met, and I feel like I owe you an apology. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the Brotherhood without having a history with us was unfair. And given that you've adjusted so well to our beliefs, I don't think I needed to push so hard.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Well, you deserve it. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was Paladin Krieg, toughest squad leader I ever served with. He was a model soldier, embodying the values every trainee was striving to achieve. Fiercely loyal, secure in his beliefs, and brave to a fault. From the moment I was assigned to his squad, I was singled out. It felt like he was pushing me harder than the rest of the team. I fought by his side for years, and we had some seriously close calls. But he never explained to me why I was treated that way.
It sounds like he was trying to motivate you.
If he was, I never got a chance to ask. After I was promoted to Paladin, and I'd moved on to my own squad, I received word that Krieg was killed at Adams Air Force Base. The news was like being kicked in the stomach. I mean, I'd lost some of my brothers and sisters before, but his death, well, it really got to me. It's taken me a long time to realize it. But the reason Krieg was so tough on me is the same reason I'm so tough on you. It's because I believe in you. And I don't want to see any of your potential go to waste.
I'm flattered that you have so much faith in me.
You've earned that faith by your own hand. Well, I've said what I had to say, and I hope that it meant something to you. I trust you'll keep this in confidence.
Love that. No, we're gonna...
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth stuff. Can't be fake.
So full Brotherhood up. Have a look.
Treat your power armor well, and it can get you through anything.
Cool.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? All right, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter called the Molecular Relay? Take a look.
Molecular... what? No. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Well, you definitely know your stuff.
Damn right I do. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade...
Wow. I'm glad.
I haven't made sense. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power...
You haven't lived.
Proctor Ingram.
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes, I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now, I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so...
Looks good, Ingram. I'll get to work right away.
I wish I had your confidence. Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a... If you need any help, I'll be...
Right.
I'd wish you good luck, Knight.
There's a vague chance I'll be able to make some of these because of my supply lines. Biometric scanner. Sensor module. Biometric scanner. Norton General Hospital. And you're sending me to... well, they're both down here. Hubris Comics? What? Doesn't... That must be next to Hubris Comics. I can't see it being actually Hubris Comics itself. That wouldn't make any sense. It must be a location that's very, very close to it. Must be. No, you literally think there's one in Hubris Comics. Okay. What's in here? There's one, maybe two magazines in here and a bunch of unique items.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Perfect. Yes.
I've heard of breaching a door. This is a lot quieter. Making a visual on the target. Do it in the Brotherhood.
Slightly left or slightly right? Slightly left.
Nice.
No prisoners! The Brotherhood. Remain vigilant. This place may appear abandoned, but that doesn't mean we should drop our guard.
It does mean you can get out of my fucking way though. Okay, so whatever enemies aren't on this floor. It says they are. They're on this floor. Word of advice, don't pick that up until you're ready to do the quest that involves that. Otherwise you're going to be carrying around in your inventory. Same with that. You'll find yourself carrying around for fucking ages. Oh, and also somewhere there's scripts, but I can't remember where they are. Oh yeah, quickly to go out to the roof. Still, once you discover that, never, ever, 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 ever fast travel directly there. Always fast travel nearby. So there are 3 suiciders who will normally swarm you as soon as you spawn. It's your most likely place to get instantly killed. Could be anywhere on the map. Suiciders wander around, but they do converge, and if you happen to get there right as they arrive...
Facilities like this were funded by privately owned corporations, more interested in making a profit than helping mankind. I heard something.
Like that, is it, nurse? Okay. Fine. One of this. Okay. Ah, yeah, fuck it, I'm the Brotherhood. Now. No need for sneaky.
That's it.
grab the thing that I need and then continue exploring this place.
Got it.
Oh, there's that guy.
This place would elicit fear in most individuals. Fortunately, my training... Wait, what was that?
Oh, that was so well timed.
Oh, back to me.
This place would elicit fear in most people, but fortunately, my training... Wait, what was that? He says all scared, like... Yeah. Where do I end up in this place? Oh,
Basement.
a bit close there, buddy. That's weird, because neither of them were legendary. You weren't legendary, so you do have another biometric scanner on you. And you weren't legendary either. No. Dr. Handy indeed. Well. So there's gonna be a magazine, it would probably be in here, but it's... There's an explosion. Well, Milton General Hospital, let's just double check that. General Hospital, notable loot. Blah, 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 blah. Interesting, okay. So that'll be a no. Let's go out of that. Other exit that we found on this floor. Where did you come from?
It's just little old me. Nothing to be afraid of.
Where are these suckers coming from? Guess they were above me. Alright. And this is my alternate route out. Fucking boom.
Get it. They're gone.
a trap base thing on that area. Yeah, that's the way out of it against the boss.
Little human!
Might have hit like a rat roach, but I hit like a rat roach with an explosive shotgun, so fuck you! Just having a look round. Not planning on actually going in here. What I was planning on actually. Ooh. Oh, yeah, let's back down here again. That's back. No, go up. Higher and higher. So, somewhere in this neighborhood, where is it exactly? Somewhere around here there's a manhole cover, which is actually one of the entrances to Vault 88. Ah, Vault 88. Right.
I hope this has something to do with our mission.
Look at you, Mr. Impatient.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
Okay, so is this ending? I'm going to go full metal
That's
Brotherhood.
fortunate.
Yes.
Not really going to bother with the Institute at all.
Securing
I'm not going to
useful
bother doing this
resources
stuff
during
until I
wartime
need
is
to
critical.
on
That
other
said,
endings.
Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some, we're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you.
What kind of potent weapon was Dr. Lee working on?
That information is highly classified. But I can tell you that she was working in our combat robotics division. If she returned to us, she'd be continuing her work in that field. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission. And don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Okay, I'm going to need to make a cup of coffee for this.
Would it be possible?
Yeah, come over here. We'll talk.
Okay, let's rest a second.
Once I talk, I'm going to make a cup of coffee. Oh,
Heads up.
talk.
There's still that off-the-record matter I'd like to discuss. Do you have time now?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is difficult for me to say, so I hope you'll bear with me as I try to get through it. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it. Despite all that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience for both of us. At this point, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything else I could teach you about being a Brotherhood soldier that you don't already know. It's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend to keep those ideals close to your heart.
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
There is. I'm just not very good at these sort of things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few caps to my name, I moved into Rivet City and opened a junk stand. While I was there, I met a guy named Cutler. We got along pretty well. Watched each other's backs and kept each other out of trouble. When the Brotherhood came through on a recruiting run, we felt like it was a way out of our nowhere lives. So we joined up.
I'm glad you had greater ambitions than just selling junk.
Once I saw what the Brotherhood had to offer, there was no comparison. Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad and search for him. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super mutant hive. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered everyone but Cutler. He should have been so lucky. The mutant bastards used their FEV to change him into one of their own kind. He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my duty to put him down.
You did the right thing.
It's what I was taught. I don't know if it was right. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen other soldiers come and go. Some were brave, some were honest. Hell, some were even downright heroic. But I'd never considered any of them to be a good friend. A friend like Cutler was. Until now. It's a good feeling, but it frightens me all the same. Having a bond with someone, then losing them. It changes you. I don't want to go through that again.
It'll never come to that. I promise.
Even though I'm well aware that you have no control over it, I appreciate the sentiment. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've overstepped my bounds, I completely understand. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
I'll give Bethesda one tiny bit of credit there. What was happening during that whole...
Y'all got this.
Hi. Hi, Duck. Yeah, what was happening during that whole conversation I was having with Proctor Ingram, whatever her name was it was loading. That was a load screen, but it was an active load screen. Which is interesting. That's how I managed to just load straight into the chute.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
yeah, Doc, I'm doing all the endings basically. I just did a hard save before making the thing.
I can only imagine what you've heard. What
See by the title, this is the Brotherhood route, so we're about to go into full
I'd like to show you that you may have
genocide
the wrong impression.
area.
Welcome to the
And
Institute.
I'll probably do the Institute and the Railroad and then finish on the Minutemen.
This is the reality of the
There, do all the
Institute.
DLC.
This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival.
Oh.
Decades of research, countless
All you
experiments,
motherfuckers are going to die
trials,
3 out of
a
4
shared vision
times.
of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake
It's
here
Wallace
to risk
Shawn.
it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Inconceivable.
Yep, inconceivable. Fucking synth.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, honey? What do you want me to do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your mother. Just talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. Welcome to the Institute.
But I would pay good money for a mod that gave Sean
Give me
Gilbert
Sean.
Gottfried's voice, emoji grin.
The real Sean. Right now.
I know.
Only if he tells
I
the
know.
aristocrats
You've gone to
joke in his
such
kid form.
lengths to find him.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity
Now get that
and
out of your
dedication
head now,
have been-
LOL.
It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science,
ducking
we are
hell.
family. The synths, me,
Ducking hell.
and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all he was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation And that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in...
I am the acting the Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me... I know there's more for us to discuss. You have to understand. The Institute was on the verge of a breakthrough with synthetic organics. They needed DNA, untainted by radiation from the bombs. They found me. Rather than cast me aside once they had what they needed, they raised me as one of their own. I've lived my entire life within the Institute.
I woke up. I saw them take...
I'm sorry. I really am. My parents were supposed to be kept in cryogenic suspension should a backup be required, but none was necessary. The program was ultimately a success. My DNA was fused with a modified virus to create the organic material from which our new synths are made. In a sense, our newest synths are all my offspring. And so they call me Father. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something
I mean, technically that would be a self-cleaning sex toy, wouldn't it?
I've helped to build a
Uses
life
into
for
it,
myself
it pops
and
out
the
a
people
fucking
of the
robot
Institute.
baby.
And now, after all these...
I won't be a part of this.
Why? The Institute can provide a better life. You've been in the Commonwealth.
Things are...
I've seen it myself, and it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. We really do. Will you take that chance?
Yeah, I've got to say yes, just to fucking get through the door.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. You'll want to introduce yourself to the Division. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm...
Doctor?
They weren't kidding.
Know.
You really
Most
are
of them
here.
have lasted long
Well, all
past
right.
their projected lifespans.
When Father told us
If you
about
ask
you,
me,
if you don't mind my
they were built
asking,
pretty well.
what was it that kept you...
I just...
Now that you've found him, I hope you... Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and we maintain and upgrade all.
More
There's a lot of
thoroughly when
machinery
I'm
behind
doing
these
the
walls.
Institute playthrough.
The work we do. So, now...
I'm just look...
I see. If there's anything else you'd like to...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Hewitt, try to do.
Could be that one.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start next. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done.
wish Clinton would stop telling those stupid stories.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Could be up another floor.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued? That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
Hi, miss.
Huh?
Floor up. One of these fucking tables has a fucking magazine on it. I'm gonna find this bitch. There it is.
Bingo.
You're here. Glad you made it.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock
We're
some
all
heads
looking
together.
forward to working with you.
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package.
Look what you're getting out of my way.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana?
Doc?
So, here you are. Just an... I'll be upfront with you. Despite your religion, I'm sure you understand.
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with our primary response...
Sure. So, basically, you're...
Secret police? Our main instrument is the Courser. A third-generation... Coursers hunt down and reclaim. They are highly self-sufficient. But I gather you know all this, since you've...
Right.
In fact, I'd...
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run.
Sure.
Now, unless you need something else, I'll get...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Operating at full capacity.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand...
Excuse me,
I wonder how
Doctor.
the Warwick family is
Welcome.
doing.
So good to have you
Wally
here.
must be close
Dr.
to 10
Clayton
years old.
Holdren, head of the
Remarkable
Bioscience
that
Division.
any child can
I can't
survive
wait
for
for you
so
to see
long.
the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
Of course. Before you go, at least let me give you, as the name implies, our most important directive is to ensure, to that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora. for use in food, and we've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal
Why are
life.
the people
You
in
probably
the
saw the
institute
gorillas.
also
They're
dead?
really just a pet project at this.
The gorillas?
They are indeed. The initiative is, I'm sure I've taken up an...
I doubt it.
It's a big decision. In any case.
Right? I'm good for now.
Take care, then.
Let's just send gorillas. Oh yeah, there they are.
Dr. Holdren's self-gorilla project. Results.
Right, hang on. Where's Virgil's serum?
That's it.
No, it's not.
Nice.
Wait a minute. Where's the FEV lab? There we go. It doesn't say anything about whether I... Okay, I don't think anything aggro's on me coming through here. I think I'm in a safe area. jump.
Sweet.
That's it.
Yes.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! You understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the Coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, mercy on us all.
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hey, Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics and now
That's
Oh, well, anyway, I'm glad you're here. I really hope you...
So I might get to do some shooting as well.
Well, that was productive. It's really exciting. exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you
Anyway.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
No, I just want to talk.
Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so
he trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your...
Right? The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am, surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access, in case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
In and out at will. Coolio Julio. Oh, it's so damn hot. Oh, shit. Whoopsie. Could talk to Father, but, right. Talk to Father.
You're going to tell me about this mysterious fate.
What is the temperature at the moment apart from too fucking hot?
We stay here too long.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Awaiting your... You need to talk?
Dance. I think it's time for you to leave.
Affirmative. I'll see what I can do to make myself useful while you're gone. Add Victoria.
Yeah, go on, fuck off, because you don't like what I'm about to do. Oh, Jesus. 72 degrees. Shouldn't be that at this time of night in England, as far as I'm concerned. Should probably wait a minute. Give Dance time to fuck off. Oh, I didn't realise there was a magazine in here.
Excellent.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
I've got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed. Yes. It seems to have matured nicely.
So,